Even though confidence in Deion Sanders and his Colorado Buffaloes program seems to be low, the data tells a different story. Now that ESPN has released their updated FPI after the spring transfer portal window, there appears to be a boost in the Buffaloes' ranking. As ensured, the 2024 college football season will be all about big changes. Before the season has set in, the trend seems to cast a shadow on the ranking as well. As Kevin Borba takes up this topic on his Locked on Buffs podcast, there seems to be an air of change sweeping through Boulder. ESPN has released the 2024 Football Power Index, FPI, that covers forecasts for every team's record, its chances of winning a conference title, and most importantly, probability of making the playoff. After a most talked about transfer season with a freshly stacked roster, Borba thought it wise to discuss the FPI in light of Deion's Colorado. The analyst gave the last season's picture of the Buffs program. Last year, Colorado ended in the FPI as the number 77 team in the country, which was pretty low. They finished the year 4-8. In terms of efficiencies, they were one of the worst team in the country in both categories, their defense being worst of the two, ranking as the number 97 team in the country. However, 2024 seems to be a plot twist, as Deion Sanders' Buffs land at 36th with a 16th place ranking on offense, with Shedeur Sanders returning at quarterback along with a bunch of new faces. Additionally, the FPI has forecasted a season with 6.3 wins, and the Buffaloes are projected to be the second most improved team in the FBS. Wondering what might be the reason behind this boost? Not to worry, Borba has got it covered. Borba first sheds light on the loopholes that Deion Sanders' program had last season. As pointed out by Coach Prime's Constant, Colorado last year had probably the worst offensive line in all college football. However, this time the Buffs HC seemed to be diligent about overturning the narrative, since they go out and add 3 offensive linemen from the high school ranks. They also landed around 7 to 8 transfers across the offense line. Their defense line was horrendous last year. Another big theme for Sanders' program this year is that through this transfer portal, they have anchored players with experience in the SEC. One of the big names in this case is BJ Green, who was all Pac-12 defender. Another big name in the newly formed roster is Samuel Okunlola, who had 5 sacks as a freshman. However, one criteria will decide the future of Deion Sanders' program, even though the signs point to continued improvement in Boulder. If Colorado is going to make the most of their potential, they'll have to win 3 important matches. On September 28th at UCF, on October 18th at Arizona, and most importantly, at Kansas on November 23rd.